Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another reading. Hope you're having a lovely day, lovely evening, lovely morning, lovely afternoon. Whatever part of the day it is, I hope you're having a good one. I'm gonna have a love reading for you today, so get yourself strapped in. This is for singles, those in a relationship, or those who are dating, so it's for everyone. As always, pole number 1, pole number 2, and pole number 3. Feel free to pause the video, and we'll start with pole number 1s. Okay, pole 1s. Quite a simple one. I wasn't expecting that, actually. You might be wondering what's going on here, especially with this part. Now, it's maybe not drawn the best. But I was seeing like it's a ponytail. I'm not saying that's necessarily important. It might just be some confirmation for some of you. You might be tying your hair up recently for the feminines. There's something serious about this reading though. It reminds me of a conversation. This feels like a couple having a serious talk. And the feminine may be tying her hair up is, like when, I guess it's for both genders actually, but people often tie their hair back when they're about to kind of get down to business or do something where they don't want their hair in the way. They're about to do something sometimes, because your hair down isn't always very practical. Gets in the way, etc. So there's something here where, like, let's get down to business type of energy. It could be the feminine actually initiating this conversation. I'm not necessarily getting a bad energy from it, but I am getting an energy of like a little bit ultimatumy. So this could vary from anything from where's this relationship going, all the way to I want a divorce. Probably, so I should maybe start with like anywhere from it's really pissing me off when you're not doing the dishes all the way to I want a divorce. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like it's got that vibe to it. I'm going to try and pull apart the two energies. So if you're the masculine here, I've got a feeling that you might just be busy. I think you might have just been busy. So whatever bollocking you're about to receive, masculines, I feel like it's to do with you kind of just not being there, being present, but it's not kind of your fault. I'm kind of just trying to support the masculines here because I know that I've got a pretty even. Like last time I checked, I was so impressed that I've got like literally 50-50% in terms of male and females who watch this. But so to my geezers out there, this is just one of those moments where you know when you're in the zone, it could be work, it could be like family bullshit, but sometimes something requires our complete focus, and it's just meaning that the relationship that you might have or going into is kind of the collateral damage to that, like it's taking collateral damage to the fact that you're focused on something else. So I just feel like you're busy. I feel like for my masculines out there, it's actually work. It might differ for some of you. I know everyone's got like different setups nowadays. So, you know, that might not apply to everyone, but, you know, that's the general vibe I'm getting. And for the feminine, I feel, to be honest, it could even be like that feminine energy is a bit frustrated because they might be working hard too. You know, it's kind of that energy, like the feminines working hard too and feeling the impact of the relationship taking a hit. And that's kind of angering her. Again, gender's not important here, but it is what it is. So, solution. Not like I'm your relationship counselor here. I've kind of given it to you, really. I feel like the masculine energy here just needs to be a little bit vocal about why the things are happening. I guess you just need to get on top of it a little bit better, or you know what I say in my relationships? I usually say, and I don't know, someone might attack me for being a misogynist here, or, you know, we're in strange times, but in my relationships, I usually say that, like, I'm handling everything. Don't worry about it. I've got this handled. I'm the king of the castle. But on occasions, I will buckle. And in those occasions, that's where you need to step up and be the queen of the castle. But most of the time, you don't even have to worry about that because, you know, I take pleasure in being the king of the castle and the responsibility that comes with that. So, point number one's like, if you're the masculine listening to this, if you kind of embrace that energy too, this might just be one of those moments. So, like, if I was in this moment, my reaction would be like, I probably wouldn't be in this mess, to be honest. I'm not even trying to be an arsehole about it, but if I did find myself in this kind of predicament where my missus is tying her hair back about to try and teach me a lesson, I probably, like I said, it's hard for me to even get into that mindset, but how it probably wouldn't happen is because I would have alerted my partner before this shit show went down and said, look, you know, I've been handling things for 95% of the time. This is the 5% where you got to step up because I'm feeling it right now. And 9 times, it's not even 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, the feminine energy usually goes, damn, well, he has been handling it for 95% of the time. I'm going to step up for this 5%. And this conversation don't even happen until I'm back on my feet. she steps up. She handles business, and that's it. That's the way that I personally would handle this conversation. Now, everyone's different, so I think when we come into situations like this, I think the answer usually um, stems from like communication issues. So like even if you just listen to that analogy or that story I just gave, there was usually a heads up. So if you find yourself in this situation, I'd probably say actually like when I'm thinking about this out loud, it's probably the masculine's fault. Um, like not to make anyone feel bad here, but just looking at this situation, it's a communication issue with the masculine. So it doesn't matter what gender you are, you can put yourself into this situation. The issue that's happened here is that this this character here is under pressure, and it doesn't matter. Like I said, if you're a female or male watching this, the solution to a good relationship in that situation is communicating that you're under pressure. That way, things don't build up. Now, sometimes what happens in relationships is that, you know, Johnny over here might say, look, I'm under pressure, and his partner might not just be listening to him. So there's these build-up of wrongs happening, and no matter how many times Johnny says, look, I'm under pressure, for whatever reason, she's not, or that feminine's not equipped to hear that information. She might be a nutcase. She might be under so much pressure herself that she can't take that as an answer. She doesn't want to hear it. She might not respect Johnny. There's a whole stream of reasons for why that communication might not go through. But I tell you this, if you're Johnny in this situation, you've done your bit by just communicating it. Because if it's a shit show from there, you can always say to the feminine, look, I told you the situation. I actually told you I needed support in this area. I know you're under your bullshit at the moment, and you're not your bullshit, but I know you're under your own stresses, but this is why the relationship's going this way. If there's not really like someone meeting you halfway there, you need to move on to the next damn relationship. It's a wrap. That shit is a wrap. When you can't be in a relationship and say, look, I'm taking a hit right now. I need you to cover base. And your person starts having a meltdown. Man, you are in the wrong relationship. Because when you're doing your role in a relationship correctly, at least in my experience, as long as I'm choosing the right partner, right? I've had a few bad apples. I'm not going to say that I haven't had any bad apples. But usually when you call upon your partner for that little 5%, it's usually their pleasure to, because they've been waiting for that moment to like step up and return that love and that favor. It's usually their pleasure to do that. So, like I said, if you're in this situation and the reaction isn't that, you're in the wrong relationship. You know, like I said, you either maybe not stepping up to the relationship in the right way, or you're dealing with like a nutcase. And I don't mean that in a horrible way. I just got to say this. There's some people out there, it don't matter how much you do for them, they ain't ever going to be happy. They're like black holes of doom. And it's almost like if the universe said to you, look, this is the person, and they show the timeline of this person, and like this timeline, it says like God's trying to show you, look, this person, yeah, it looks like they're getting better there, but it don't matter how this story plays out, they always end up saying this ain't enough. like God's trying to say. Like, no, it's like a spider diagram, and they all lead to the same thing, and it says, I'm not happy. Like, always lead, the arrows always lead back. No matter what you do, no matter what present you give, no matter what restaurant you take her to, no matter, how much you tell her that you love her, no matter how much you go to that family event that you didn't want to go to, like, just trust me. And it goes both ways. I'm not discriminating with the genders here. There's some men who do the exact same thing, just not happy in themselves and their black holes. But what I'm trying to say to you is that there's just some people that will never, ever, ever be satisfied. And I think it was J. Cole who said it, don't save them, they don't want to be saved. It's that kind of energy. So, poll number one, I hope you're not dealing with that. But if you are, I've given you the keys. If you enjoyed the reading, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out If You Pause website, ifyoupause.com, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Poll number twos. Interesting. Okay, the feminine and the masculine energy. Brace yourselves. It's like no really small ears. I almost want to do like some like hoop earrings in there. Fuck it. I'm trying to figure out this dude's energy. I can't can't get it. Gonna leave him bored. Kind of a cool image though. Don't know. Do you like it? Poll number twos. I think it's kind of cool. It's very There's something about this which is, it's almost like that Western style, but there's something very African or kind of African feeling to me. I'm not sure if it's Doesn't matter if it's in almost North African or Central Africa or whatever, but kind of Egyptian. I was almost getting vibes of like Moroccan. These might be areas that you maybe want to visit or your heritage is from there. Uh, yeah, so look, let me just stream off a few key vibes. So I was almost getting like Kenyan. I was getting Moroccan, possibly even Turkish. I know that's not African. Um, but hopefully I'm giving you kind of vibes. Are you like catching the vibes, part twos, from this partnership? I also feel like this connection is almost like completely different to pile number ones, by the way. But this is almost feels like ancestral. It feels like a, what's it called, an arranged marriage, but like from your ancestors. You know, like your ancestors have matched you up with this person. Uh, I feel like this is much more to do with the story, like opposed to, you know, these love readings are usually kind of a snapshot. Um, this is what's going on or what's about to go on. This is more talking about this, like a connection that's maybe present that you've got or coming through. And spirit is just kind of giving you some confirmation about how it's come through. So I'm almost getting here like possibly like royalty, past life royalty. Um, and if not royalty, it's like these souls, I feel like they've done something important in past lives and they're coming together in this life. But it's almost like because they've done equal greatness in life. This is like, I don't know how to give a good analogy, but you know, like, this is the worst. This is the worst example, by the way, but it's because sounds like the strangest match ever. But for some reason, I was getting like Shakespeare and Cleopatra coming together. You know, that sounds kind of like a weird match to me, but it kind of doesn't matter here because we're talking about like accomplishment and impact. It's more that energy which this is getting engaged by. It's not like what looks good on the Instagram kind of couple. It's like what these people like, what they've achieved and what they're about. Um, so yeah, part number two is I would say doesn't matter if you consider yourself the masculine or the feminine here. I feel like this is a reading just to remind you to give homage to your ancestors for bringing this connection in. Show your respects. Give prayer. It's more of a reminder like that, like kind of just give a thank you and give an honoring and a seeing to your ancestors, because I feel like this something that's come in is really connected to them, almost playing like a matchmaker for you. So yeah, sit on the reading, pile number twos. I'm gonna kind of just string off a few little keywords about the character. Maybe they'll give you some confirmation. The feminine energy here, I'd say possibly could be into fashion, because like I said, the earring, so that could be like jewelry designer. Um, some form of accessory maker, like making accessories. This could almost be like a hairdresser that was coming through, possibly musician. It's kind of funnily enough getting jazz coming through. I like jazz, like Nina Simone possibly was coming through. Um, like character. Yeah, it could almost have that little like Maya Angelou energy too. So a bit of poetry, artistic, creative, but almost in a way somewhat like stoic. Like, what is stoic? The feminine version of that. It's maybe just like kind of wise. I'm not sure if that makes any sense to you. Pole number two's, like the stoic version of the feminine. Maybe it's just stoic. I don't know. The masculine. Funnily enough, I'm kind of almost getting like Kenyan or like warrior vibes, because that long neck, and the head. So some form of warrior. The masculine could even be a fighter, if not physically. Fighting for some cause. I can't remember what the word is. For someone like a freedom fighter, I can't think of the right word. It's not humanitarian, but like someone who fights for, like freedom or fairness. It's funny because like liberal used to stand for stuff like that, but it's turned a bit weird for me. But maybe embracing some of those characteristics, but like more in a raw, authentic way. This is maybe someone who's a speaker too, someone who speaks well, speaks in front of people. This is someone who's quite fierce. Could also be some form of like consultant energy. Not oozing with creativity so much, the masculine. But I did say Shakespeare. So it could be like that kind of, it could be poetry. But when sometimes poetry or like writers, it could be a writer, the masculine could be a writer. When it's got like a seriousness to it, kind of getting quite a serious vibe from this person. Pile number 2 is before my battery dies. I'm going to leave the reading here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do remember to like, comment and subscribe. Check out the If You Pause website, ifyoupause.com, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Pile number 3 is, let's just block out some of that light. This is going to come out a little bit strange, irregular shaped, but brace yourselves. I said it was going to be irregular shaped, so kind of feel like I'm fucked up that feminine's profile a little bit. I'm going to try and save it. I knew I was taking risk there. So yeah, it ended up beautiful, didn't it? Ta-da! Completely different style to the other piles. This has been the most weirdest readings in terms of like styles. I feel like you guys have come from all different parts of the planet today. Um, it's like a zoo of different souls. Um, let's maybe change that to like, you know, not a zoo, because implies that we're caged animals. But yeah, you know, like, well, not a zoo, like an encyclopedia of different animals and souls. Um, pile number three. Sorry, what do you see? What do you feel? To me, I feel like these are almost like the entertainers. There's a little bit of comedian energy here, I feel. Reminds me a little bit of theatre. So you could be, this couple could be the dancers. It's funny, the energy I'm getting. You know those people who, when they swing from the heights, you know, at the circus, and they catch each other. It's getting a little bit of that energy. So there's something that you might do which is quite risky in terms of your careers, but you kind of do it with a smile on your face. They look like a happy couple. I feel like maybe this is talking about, if you haven't met this person, this is how you're going to meet. It's, I feel like pile number three is you're maybe both like the risk takers. So you meet through taking risk. That could be that maybe, I know today in the day of dating apps and stuff, it's quite rare that people even take the risk of going up to someone and chatting them up, but it's maybe got that energy. But funnily enough, I feel like both of you here are quite extroverted. You know, these are two kind of characters which are quite extroverted. I don't feel like these two people have a problem, like, kind of being the center of attention. Leo energy, quite fiery energy. I also feel like this couple is, it's interesting because I've spent a lot of time kind of getting the silhouette, the profile correct on these characters. And I feel like that's because this couple is quite good looking. I feel like you're attractive, both of you. You're a couple that look good. You're a couple that when you're together, like, people notice you. People would maybe say that you're good looking individually, but then when you're together, it's like, oh damn. It's like it doubles or even triples the energy of attractiveness. If not, like, because I know that's quite a rare career path of being an entertainer, just kind of encompass that as an entertainment, as in kind of singers. I think I might have said dancers, actors. You know, it's quite big when you think about entertainment. And I'm also getting almost maybe models, like catwalk. Might do the catwalk. And if not that, like, I guess YouTube to an extent is the new form of entertainment and somewhat putting yourself on stage. So you might be influencers. This might be the pile of influencers. It wouldn't surprise me if you were like makeup artists, for example. Generally good vibes here though. Like, I'm quite low on battery, pile number threes. I hate to make my reading short because my battery's low, but on top of the fact that my battery's low, I don't think there's much negative energy here or advice to give you. These are two people who are coming together or who have come together, who share that extroverted energy, love of oneself, who are attractive, good vibes. Funnily enough, I'd say the only warning that I'd get here is that possibly just pay attention to like not being shallow. Like I can imagine that the weakness of this couple is almost like because they are good looking, they might, because they're like, is it eye candy? They might get tempted easily by like other people and being attracted to other people, getting attention. So I'd maybe say that would be your warning, but generally, this is kind of good vibes, good energy from this reading. So maybe just a confirmation reading. And for the singles out there, if you've not met this person, possibly just a reading to let you know that this person's maybe on the way. So part number 3 is if you enjoyed the reading, please do remember to like, comment and subscribe. Check out the If You Pause website, ifyoupause.com, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.